Imagine the scenario. 30, 40 years from now, many people will be having conversations with their grandkids, and the grandkids will ask them, "Granddad, have you ever been to a fight? Have you ever been to a war?" And they will answer, "Oh yes, little Jimmy, I remember sitting on my couch in the basement, screaming at the screen things like woke and Kathleen Kennedy is evil and Disney is dead." Wes Hal, everybody, and welcome to another video. I have had quite a chuckle over the last couple of hours. Actually, it has been a day already since I uploaded my latest video. Not this one, but the one before that. It's called Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, the hype of the year, where I reacted to the gameplay that was released of the Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 that will come out next month on PS5 and Xbox and computers. I'm not much of a gamer. I stated in the video that I only play like one video game a year. And I play whatever I consider to be entertaining for me. What I'm mainly into is RPG open world video games where I can, roam the world and see beautiful scenery, which Warhammer is that which appeals to me the most. And also I have got into Warhammer quite recently, and I'm all in the world. The grim dark universe from the 41st millennium is something that I haven't seen in a long while. The world building is extraordinary. But of course, there has been many a brainless nitwit in my comment section saying DEI, woke. I wish things were as simple as that. Now, this is a channel that has been criticizing things a lot over the last couple of years. When I see that something is only filled with propaganda and that the story is lacking, it hasn't got any essence, any story, the character development is non-existent, and that it is nothing but a socio-political manifesto of one kind or another, I do criticize it for it. If I see that the work of art has merits of its own, that it is very well made, very well constructed, either after I have experienced it or after I see enough promotional material that I deem it to be interesting enough and worthy for me to check it out, I will say it. I do not give a flying toss about who makes the thing, be it a book, a video game, or a TV show, whatever. Now, I am very well aware of the fact that there is this idea of the holy culture war in the internet world today, and it is really only on the internet. People will be saying in like 30, 40 years' time, talking to their grandkids, like, "Grandpa, you've been to the war?" "Oh yes, little Jimmy, I remember. I was sitting on a couch, I was screaming on my screen about woke and the lesbians and pronouns." Can you hear the ridiculousness of it all? Now, I am all in for I'm naming things the way they are. I am all in for honest and proper, deep and thoughtful criticism. But I have only been saying, and not only, I'm generalizing, 90% of people repeating one and the same stupid thing that they have heard on one YouTube channel or another over and over and over again. Now, the talking points that people used in 2016 and 2018, this won't do. This isn't enough. You really need to learn to see things for what they are. If you see a well-made product, you should give it a chance. Otherwise, how else how else can you get out of this awful conundrum of negativity that big influencers have got you into? Have your own brains. Learn to think for yourselves. Learn to not to adapt all the crazy, retarded ideas and talking points that the big YouTubers are putting inside your brains. For all I care, go and watch 6 to 7 hours long live streams. Give the man a super chat for saying, Kathleen Kennedy, better, she is going to be fired. Your boy Zach on YouTube calls them birthday party clowns, and that's exactly what they are. And it is very disappointing because a lot of them used to be very different. A lot of them used to provide the audience with deep criticism, thoughtful criticism, good ideas about how to make entertainment better. The entertainment isn't that bad. There are good things and there are bad things, and there have always been good things and bad things. Take that which has made my channel kind of known among a couple of people, The Rings of Power. It's absolute trash. From all points of view, in all its aspects, in all its details. It is not what it says it is. It is not even a loose adaptation of anything that Tolkien wrote. The show is awful on its own. It is very badly made. The dialogue and the story are poorly written. The sets and the costumes all looks cheap and as if it was made of plastic. The acting of 99% of all the actors is a plank of wood style acting. The direction, the camera, everything is strange, everything is subpar, everything is bad. The same thing can be said about many shows that have been released by Disney that are, like Star Wars shows, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, like the third season of The Mandalorian, like the two films from the sequel trilogy, the Last Jedi and Last of the Skywalker. Yeah, that's it. Everybody loved, or most people loved, Force Awakens. Do you remember? Force Awakens isn't that bad. Is it original? No. It was mostly copying what we saw in A New Hope. But is it really that bad? Is it all that bad? No, it isn't all that bad. So people really need to learn to be honest. People need to see things for what they are. People need to stop thinking that they are some sort of heroes in a war. You are not heroes in a war. You're not fighting in a genuine war. You are not a culture warrior. You are not helping anything. If you are a big YouTuber repeating one and the same thing over and over again, you are helping yourself. You're not helping anybody else. You do not care for the work of art. You do not care for the people that want good entertainment. You are only spoiling their minds, spoiling their entertainment. You are driving them away from a chance of being entertained. You have driven a lot of people away from films like Furiosa, for example. And now, once again, as of making of this video, the 13th of August 2024, I am seeing the same men, 40-year-old men, 50-year-old men, crying their eyes out about a kiddie film like Disney's Snow White that is going to be coming out next year. Yesterday, I for the first time, I actually saw the entire rant of Heels versus Babyface about pronouns. I would feel ashamed of myself if I was in Az's shoes. And on top of that, I checked out the gameplay of the game that he was talking about, Starlink, something like that. And I checked out the beginning that he was referring to. Well, all I could see was a player, a gamer, tweaking his character for about half an hour, which, many games do nowadays today. And then when you get to the end of the tweaking of the character, there is things like he, him, her, she, her, something like that. And that was on the screen for a second or two. And that second or two of this very good-looking video game made Az go all spastic on the internet so that he brings more attention to himself and makes a as your boy Zach says, birthday party clown out of himself. So if you expect European law to be one or the other, especially if you are an American, and if you really think that I am like you, be it on one side or another, you couldn't be more wrong. I do not care about one side or another. I care as far as pop culture goes. I care about good and quality made entertainment, wherever it comes from and whoever it comes from. And if you thought otherwise, you haven't been paying attention. This is not an audience-captured channel. I will not bow down to what you say. I will do whatever I want, I will enjoy whatever I want, and I will say whatever I want. And if you do not like it, there are many other channels that are more than happy to repeat one and the same thing that you want them to repeat. Right. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, as if I cared. And that will be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.